Hey, all NRCN Nerds here. This is another video in my series, Hey Man, What's in That Box? What I do is I just randomly select a box, I go through it, and we'll see what's in there. It's actually a good exercise for me because I clean out a lot of crap, and in this instance, because I actually happen to select the Savage here, I'm going to this box is beat up anyways, I'm going to transfer it into a new one. So, let's see what the hell we got in this box. I hope I don't embarrass myself here. Alright. Now, I'll preface this by saying that there's going to be some items in here that I actually need right now, but 99% of this is backup items. So, we got a transmission here that is in pieces. Okay, so that's just a backup transmission there. And here we have... let's take a better look at this. Alright, so it's actually a Buku clutch, a brand new Buku clutch. You can see I haven't even put the shoes on yet. This is a Robinson Racing spur gear, hardened spur gear. And these are the springs for the Buku clutch. And then here, this is actually an adjustable engine mount. So with the Buku clutch, it's a little different, and it helps to have an engine mount that you can move the engine a little back and forth just because of the design of the Savage, and it's shimming, it's kind of gnarly. I will have a video on that pretty soon, but alright, that's that. Continuing on, a shock body of some sort. Alright, so I'm really not a hoarder, but I do remember why I kept this. Look here in the bottom. Do you see how it's that bottom cap right there is ripped a little bit? So that is the one advantage to having an aluminum shock, or at least aluminum shock caps, a bottom cap specifically. Now, I'm going to be accountable here, and this happened because of an ID10T error. Right? If you don't know what an ID10T error is, write that down. ID10T. What happened is I left, when I put the piston on, I used a different size nut. And long story short, the piston came loose, the shaft got wobbly, and it went through right here. Well, I'm not a hoarder. Everything else on here is fine. The cap, the body, inside, we got the O-rings and whatnot. So I'm just really going to get rid of this thing right here. Alright, we have a bump skid. It's an extra one. These are plastic components, just, for shocks and whatnot. These are actually for the small bore shocks. I don't know what you call them, the pre-big bore ones. Air filter here. This is, I forget the kind. Somebody will remember what sort this is, but it's an air filter. Bulkhead and a shock tower. Again, I don't really know why I'm keeping this. The joint posts might be okay. Shock springs, another bulkhead. Now, for what it's worth, I have a lot of bulkheads and I'm going to be ordering more. In fact, well, you guys will see soon. Another shock tower. And you can see how it's deformed. The shock tower, again, I don't know why I keep it, but, something like this, why would I throw away? You never know. Little bump skid. No, it's an engine mount right there, engine plate that's warped. Again, now it helps to have these though for just, testing purposes and stuff. It's a bump skid plate right there. Okay. This is an IRC skid plate. It's an RPM skid plate. By the way, the best way to take out a joint post like I'm doing right here is just put a screw on one side, get a hammer, give it a whack, take the screw out, pull it out. This one here seems okay. I can't tell. It might be a little bit bent. Let's take out the other one. And the second one here is definitely bent. You can easily tell. Well, there's a few ways. When you take it out, obviously the bent one's going to be a little bit harder to pry out. Putting a screw in, you can get like a really long screw like this right here and screw it in on both sides. And where it's bent, you'll start to feel the screw get a little bit harder, of course. Again, I would caution, check these, because if you have a bent one of these, it's going to wreak havoc on your whole system. If you're stripping your spur gears, hey, all that needs to happen is you get a bent one of these, which then means you're going to get a bent TVP, which means you're going to get a bent one of these, and everything is just a domino effect. This one here, though, is good. Okay, it's smoking now. Another trick is to line it up against something that is straight, so hopefully that becomes very obvious there. If you're like me, I have horrible eyesight, so it's difficult for me to see things sometimes. But here, it's very easy to tell that's the bent one. Moving on, this is a T-Bone Racing rear bumper with the training wheels. I'm actually going to keep this out. Let's see what we got up here. Oh, okay, this is a little steering system right here. It's going to be kind of a prototype. Some steering bearings. This little prototype with a aluminum acronym that I'm going to try to fit on. Now, for everyone's edification, the HPI Savage steering post, as well as the Often Hyper 7 steering post, they're interchangeable. I don't know if they are the exact same. They certainly look the exact same, and you can use them, either way. And I'll tell you this just in case you see a good deal on either one. I don't know if it's the same grade material. I've never bent either, so I mean they hold up. So again, if you have a Savage and you see a Hyper 7 steering post, at a crazy price, feel free to grab it. Now, of course, don't get the bell crank and all that, just the posts themselves. But anyway, the design, this is kind of the prototype. It's, everything fits. There's just some things I need to work through regarding the angle of the steering links. That's another video. Right here I've got a bag of stuff. Let's take a closer look. That's definitely an eclectic bag of stuff there. I mean, it's a lot of hardware, drive shafts. This stuff's all, perfect condition. Wheel hubs. This is that's interesting. That's a collet shim right there. Outdrive. Steering post. Brake lever. The only thing that's this bushing right here, I don't know what that's for. I can't remember the Savage using a bushing, but I don't know, could be wrong on something. O-rings, set pins, just stuff, but stuff that's good and I can make use of it for sure. All right, continuing on, more. Another shock tower. These are RPM upper arms, which bind, so I don't use. This is a heatsink protector, which doesn't work, so I don't use. An engine plate. We got another engine plate here. This is for the stock wheelie bar. You got the big wheel, small wheel. That wheel's seen some action, baby. That one hasn't. Bunch of shock springs here. Some of these you can see are, alright, so these are like the Hellfire, the real firm ones. Right here, these are Mugen MBX 5T, medium soft. These are stock springs right here. Got a whole lot of shock springs. And the ironic part is this isn't where I keep the shock springs, if you can believe it. Got a whole other place. More shock springs. A lot of gears, a lot of stripped gears. I don't know why I keep these, but, you know, I mean, it just never hurts to have them for whatever reason. Maybe I am a hoarder. I don't know. We got these little progressive shock crap thing here. More shock springs. Let's see here. It's going to take all the shock springs out. Now this right here is interesting. This is actually a Hobeo clutch. This is a Mugen flywheel, Hobeo clutch, special material. I got this because this is one of the clutches that I have not run on the Savage yet, and I want to try it out to see if it works, and if it does, you know, I can recommend it as yet another option. These are not cheap. I think the shoes alone were like 30 bucks. So, but that special material, which, hey, if you guys know what it is, let me know, because I have no idea, but I can tell you they are super light. And the springs here are 1mm springs. It fell, but it's 1mm spring. I'm going to go ahead and set these to the side because you can see on this F4.6 engine right now, I'm running M2C 4-shoe. So actually this is the 4-shoe for Truggy, and then this one here is for the Savage. It's kind of weird, but I have two separate ones depending on the vehicle. But what I want to do is try this Mugen flywheel and these Hobeo shoes on this engine in the Savage. Believe it or not, there's a little bit of method to that madness. Alright, moving on, we have two brand new bulkheads that I will be putting in soon. I should get these out. We've got more engine plates. This one here actually looks damn new. I don't even know if I've used that. Huh, oh well. Roll bar. Let's see, again, these are just bulkhead parts right here. Put these away. These are, and these are all, you know, like I said, in good condition. These are the carriers right here. This is an A-arm, good condition. This is the top upper arm. I use the camber links, so again, no need for that. This is a shock. It's got oil in it. Set it aside for now. Bulkhead stuff. This right here is a camber link. That aside. What the hell that is. Alright, here, okay, this is good stuff here. These are hinge pins. This is stuff that gets me excited right here, you see. These are all brand new hinge pins for the carriers and for the A-arms. Perfect condition. I'm sure I'll be using those. It's for the wheelie bar. It's part of the side of the wheelie bar. More upper arms right here. I'm curious, do any of you guys know why they have these holes right here in this upper arm? Let me know. I never could figure that out. Alright, more links right here. Actually, these links I want to keep somewhere, I think. No, I'll keep them together, but I normally save links elsewhere. Let's see what else we got here. This is a starting wand for one of the X4.6 engines. I've got both types of roto start, so this is one, or is this? Oh, this is for no, yeah. So this is for the clocked Novarosi 28.5 actually. All right, more spur gears right here. Get rid of all that. Another shock. Let's see here. More upper arms. Another shock tower. Upper arms. This is interesting. Is this? This doesn't. This is Hyper 7, I believe. I don't think. Yeah, that's a Hyper 7 toe block right there. I don't know what the hell that's doing in there. Put that aside. Yeah. Okay. So this is a Hyper 7 tank guard. I must have accidentally just threw some stuff in there. Let's see what else we got here. This right here is a caster block or spindle, whatever the hell you want to call it. Good condition there. Another engine mount. I'm sure that's good condition. This is Alza front brace kit. I don't go into the gory details, but I found a way to where I can run it without having to use this part right here. I actually had to because the brace kit bent. Not this piece, but long story, I'll get into that another day. But anyways, I'll still keep this. more hinge pins and upper arm hinge pin blocks. That hinge pin there's in good condition. I'm going to put that with the other ones. Got to remember that. Okay, that's for the skid plate right there. It's for the RPM skid plate. And these are braces right here for the TVPs. This is for the bulkhead. Boy, getting down to the nitty gritty. Another shock right here. There's fluid in it. Looks like a damn good shock too. Looks like that thing's pretty new. Huh. Okay, that's good. This is that little silencer, which I never use, never would use. I don't know what the hell it's for, but I don't know why the hell you'd want to silence your engine. These right here, actually, this is from lovely. This is from a engine mount, but I use these as braces too, right? So if you want to use additional braces, and you can add a little bit of weight, but you know, just take these off your engine plate if you have an extra one and use them as braces because they are the exact same dimensions. Alright, let's see. These are tank mount holders. These are useful. You can do a lot of different things with these right here. There's just kind of my backups. More shock springs right here. Now these are not, these are Hyper 7 shock springs. Yeah, it's interesting. These are Hyper 7 ones. Set these aside. This right here is a hinge pin that is bent. So, do something with that. And you know what, man? These are, excuse my language, these are Hyper 7 hinge pins. Huh. Never mind, I'm good. These are, I forgot, these are the carrier pins right here. These, they look very similar to the Hyper 7 hinge pins for the arms, but these are the ones that go through the carriers on the Savage. And then more toe blocks right here. Again, you can just, you know, there's often things you can do with those, and then just crap. But crap that I will keep, because I can always use one of these right here, and shock cups, clips, screws, fasteners, O-rings, and that's it. So there you go. It's a bunch of stuff, and this is box 1 for the Savage. I got 2 other boxes with more stuff in it than this, but again, it's stuff we need because we roll and we roll it right, and we keep our stuff like new. Thanks so much, guys. Have a great day.